Welcome, friends. Today we're going to talk about the ideas of rest and play, or you could say balance. In the Science of Mind magazine recently, Joan Chittier wrote this: "The balance of work and real play activities done for no purpose at all except the release and recapture of energy is becoming foreign. As a consequence, our souls are drying up in work and our minds are becoming numbed by TV nothingness. We need to learn to play again if our spiritual lives are going to be healthy at all." So, rest and play. How much time do you give in your life to be playful? And how playful are you? On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being not playful at all, and 10 being so out of control you don't accomplish anything with your laughter and playfulness, where do you fall on that spectrum? And what about rest? What about just giving yourself time to do nothing and calling that something? Calling that important, valuable time. I have a friend who actually has a certain appointment in which she engages each day in just leisure downtime. And if you hear her, she will say to someone, if they say, "Oh, how about can you get together at 3:30 tomorrow?" She'll say, "No, I have a standing appointment at 4, so I wouldn't be able to." And I asked her one time, "What is it you're going to do at 4? I didn't know you were going anywhere." And she said, "Oh, that's my time for me to just do whatever I want to from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock each day. No commitments, nothing else gets in the way of that." And I thought, wow, that's awesome. I've got to take some of that on. So playfulness, maybe some of us don't want to actually make an appointment, but it worked for her. It kept balance in her life. And so each of us gets to look for opportunities and ways to experience balance and playfulness. I know 2 people that have excellent balance of playfulness in their lives. You know who I'm going to say, don't you?
I think so.
Yeah, 2 of our children have an incredible amount of playfulness. In fact, it's just engaging to be around them. It's like a comedy routine. And some of our friends will actually say, "Oh, I just love when your kids are around because they're so entertaining." And they are. They keep you laughing. And laughter releases healthy endorphins. So, and you know, if you're the target of their laughter, very often you're able to laugh along with them. I didn't realize this one time that I was the target of their laughter. You know what I'm going to say?
One time?
Lots of times, but this one time in particular, that still today is like a really happy memory, and they will still say things about it. So it actually happened during a time that, you know, many people could have thought was a terrible time, a disruptive time. It was when we were asked to evacuate during a hurricane. And so David and I and our two of our children went. A friend offered her home in North Carolina, and so we went and stayed with her, and she worked during the days. And so we would play cards and entertain ourselves at her home, which was lovely and so incredibly thoughtful. So already we were feeling full of thankfulness for having a beautiful place to stay and being around the heart of a lovely woman who cared enough to think of us and invite us there. So we often played cards, as I said, and we were sitting at the table, and I was wearing my glasses, not my contacts, and unbeknownst to me, the kids were taking pictures of me. Now, they were laughing hysterically, and David and I both kept saying, "What is so funny?" And they would just laugh and laugh. They were photoshopping the pictures with some of those things, social media things those kids have. And then they were making my eyeballs look even bigger than they looked in the glasses. But they kept saying things to me like, can you see your cards okay, Mom? And they'd make great big eyes. And then they'd laugh and laugh and laugh. So David and I would laugh, but we didn't know what we were laughing at until they showed us one of the pictures they were sending to their friends. And they'd put little captions. I wonder if my mom can see your cards, and I'd have eyeballs this big. Well, you know, you may think that that's goofy, that's childish, but very often we will hear that the Bible tells us be as a child. And I think this is one of the ways that it means to be as a child in our laughter, in our playfulness, in our simple joy of life.
You know, the Bible also says there comes a time in life when we put away childish things. But it doesn't mean we put away everything. I don't know if it's possible for me anyway. I think, where was that point in life when you just decided, you know, it's time to be an adult? Okay, this is it. This is the turning point. From now on, I'm not going to joke anymore. I'm not going to do anything fun anymore. I'm going to be an adult. I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to pay my bills. Did you find that time?
Pay the bills, yes.
If you do, I'm sorry for you.
Oh.
Ernest Holmes says, we're chemists in the laboratory of life, of the infinite. What shall we produce? Mm-hmm. I believe that when we give up childish creativity, that's a disaster. Because I believe we're here to express. We're here to be God expressing as us in a unique and beautiful way. When we give up that creative essence of who we are no longer contributing that expression into the world. And so I think it's very important for us to kind of foster that, to bring it back if you need to become playful. We're quite playful, and we enjoy the time together, and we're also very serious. But we enjoy the creativity that comes as a result of being playful. Pablo Picasso said, every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once he grows up. Can you do that? Can you still be creative? Can you still do those things as a kid you can imagine in your mind? What am I going to be when I grow up? Are you actually who you thought you were going to be when you finally did grow up? Or did you grow up? Hafiz, definitely a person who never really grew up. He says, ever since happiness heard your name, it has been running through the streets trying to find you. Mm. That's life, and I think that's the nature of God, lurking for that creativity that is within us, looking for a unique creative expression of God essence in you, and something that nobody else can do. So you need to be creative. You need to come up with a new idea, a new vision. Hafiz says you have all the genius to build a swing in your backyard for God. Be a playful expression. Be a joyful expression. Feel happiness. Feel love. Carl Jung says the creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect, but by the play instinct, acting from inner necessity. The creative mind plays with the objects it loves. Like a cat playing with its little toys, we play with ideas and concepts until they come into fruition in our lives, until they come into manifestation. And it's important for us to maintain, foster, and build that sense of creativity.
Yes. So do something joyful today, and do something that is restful for you, something that makes you feel like you've really taken good care of yourself, you've pampered yourself. And you know, if you can't think of something to laugh about, that's okay. You don't have to have anything. Just start laughing. Look at the clock and time yourself, and just giggle and laugh and roll around and let tears come down for 1 solid minute or 2 or 3.
It seems sometimes there's nothing more fulfilling than those moments in which we have laughed so hard and for so long. Just stop. Give me a rest. Let me catch up for a little bit.
Yes, we love the moments when one of us starts laughing and it makes the other one laugh, and then we laugh at the other one, and then we're both laughing at each other. And the whole energy just fills with joy all around us and through us and in us and as us. So how do you see your life, and what ways would you like to see it anew in the areas of laughter and joy and rest and restoration? Nurture yourself. You'll never regret it.